Be reminded, Destro, this is an inquest, not a trial. The subject, Billy, is quite guilty. Everyone present here today was witness to his treasonous act. We are empaneled to determine the cause of his perfidy, that we may prevent future incidents. Proceed with your questioning, but limit yourself to pertinent lines of inquiry.
Excuse me, Cobra Commander. I was merely asking your son.
The fact that the subject is my son is not relevant.
Not relevant? Determining the factors that drive a son to patricide are not relevant? To plot and actually implement the assassination of one's own parent is, to say the least, a drastic and desperate measure. What forces shape such actions? Were there other plotters? Was Billy brainwashed?
Nobody helped me. I did it all by myself.
Did you now? Run the film. The assassination attempt at the Cobra rally was well planned and expertly equipped. The fake Cobra youth uniform was perfect. The .357 Magnum was finely tuned and loaded with mercury-tipped explosive bullets. Billy had help, adult help, someone who knew the program for the rally, knew Cobra procedure, knew exotic weaponry, and had something to gain. Those are parameters that fit most of the tribunal assembled here. The Dreadnoughts, Storm Shadow, Zartan, Wild Weasel, Firefly, the Baroness, Major Blood. Which one was it, Billy? Who put you up to it?
If he talks, word.
Shut up, fool.
Why don't you just stop fooling around and bring out the goons with the rubber hoses?
Tell me, Gung-Ho, how's a guy supposed to have a normal relationship with a girl when he's a member of a top-secret outfit that isn't even supposed to exist?
It's even tougher when the girl spends most of her time in a funny bear suit. Seriously, Ripcord, if you and Candy are really meant for each other, you'll find a way to make it work.
Maybe I'm just not cut out to be a Joe.
That's just Mr. Self-Pity talking. Better kick him back to Whiner City. You're a Joe, 'cause you can't live without being one. And
when you're not on a mission, you squat on your sorry duffs, stuffing your faces with burgers and fries, thinking about your future as an infantryman. Well, your future just arrived. We got a mission. Briefing in the pit with Duke in 10 minutes.
Stalker and Gung-Ho are familiar with Sierra Gordo. They've been there before. When Cobra pulled out of Sierra Gordo, their puppet military dictatorship collapsed. Since then, the extremists, crackpots, and plain vanilla psychos have been playing musical chairs with the government. Trotskyites, crypto-fascists, anarchists, and flat earthers are at each other's throats, trying to enlighten the peasantry with bullets and hand grenades. A group of well-intentioned Americans thought they could arbitrate a peace down there. The ones that were lucky were shot on sight. One known survivor is being held captive in the mountains. That's your mission then, rescue and extraction. Oh, her name is Dr. Adele Burkhart.
I contend that Billy may not be responsible for his own actions. He has been programmed, deprogrammed, and programmed again. The delicate stare of his...
I knew what I was doing, and I know what I'm doing now.
There's a simple solution to all this. Plug the little brat into Dr. Venom's brainwave scanner.
How did Zartan know about the scanner? That was a Cobra secret.
If they use it to pit Billy's brain, it'll find out about us.
If the late Dr. Venom's machine is only half as effective as the criminal grapevine makes it out to be, it would at least reveal the identities of the co-conspirators.
The scanning process is painful and dangerous. Billy is, after all, Cobra Commander's son.
Nothing is more important than the safety of Cobra Commander. If the tribunal is too squeamish to use the brainwave scanner on Billy, turn him over to me. My dreadnoks and I are more than willing to—
Order! Order! I demand order in this tribunal!
We don't need order. We need a decision.
Take him to the brainwave scanner!
5 minutes to drop zone.
On your feet, Joe. Time to step out into the blue and go tiptoeing through the jungle on our little rescue mission.
I've been hearing some of the older Joes talk about this Dr. Adele Burkhart.
Oh? You got something to say, Ripcord? Or are you just rapping words to cut the silence?
I hear this Dr. Burkhart hates the military and that she's got some far-out political views. In fact, I hear she's against everything we're fighting for.
Wrong. What you're fighting for is Burkhart's right and every other America's right to believe in whatever they want to, providing it don't hurt anybody else. Personally, I think Dr. Burkhart is an uppity, self-centered, pretentious old windbag. And if I even suspected for 1 second that our saving her would alter her convictions 1 iota, I'd lose every shred of respect I have for her.
The scanner is now beginning the second stage of its cycle. It's playing back Billy's thoughts and displaying them visually on the monitor. Here, he appears to be rifling the files of the Arabco Brothers Circus. That's a front for transporting Cobra equipment around the country. Ah, he's been caught in the act. Billy sees their shadows first. He turns to confront them and he's blocking out the image.
That was close.
We can block what we want to see by dredging up painful memories. However, the psychic pain is amplified by the scanner and made physical. He won't be able to keep this up for too long. This seems to be an older memory.
I'm not going to let them do it, Billy. I'm not going to be ground under the wheels of big government. They're calling my sales program a pyramid scheme. But I'm going to create an underground organization that will bypass government restrictions and garner power through terrorism and extortion. And I won't stop with Springfield. I won't stop until my organization coils around the whole world like a giant cobra. War is an extension of politics, and politics is an extension of economics. If the government says that an honest man can't work as much as he wants to and earn as much as he wants to, it's wrong. And we have a right to fight back if we want to.
Tell it like it is.
Cobra may be small now, but we are growing every day. Soon, all of Springfield will be ours. And after that, who knows what we can grow into? And next year, by this time, I promise you, everybody will have his own uniform. Stop the machine! Unplug Billy immediately. This is highly classified information being bandied about. None of it is relevant to the case. It's being used by the subject as a smokescreen to shield the true guilty parties. Remove Billy to the detention block until we settle on a new procedure.
Let's go, kid. Back to your nice, cool cell.
The boy is strong-willed. He'll never knowingly reveal our complicity.
Why the interest, Storm Shadow? Do you regret Destro stopping you from slicing Billy in two?
I'm impressed. Billy made a pact with people who knowingly led him down an evil path, left him to the wolves, and wish him nothing but malice. Yet, he refuses to betray them. They probably mistake his integrity for stupidity. Their type always does.
This is the best part of the mission. The elevator ride up from the pit.
Sure beats riding back in the ambulance.
The guys have got a grim sense of humor tonight.
They're better off laughing than grousing. Keeps the nerves steady.
I thought this mission was supposed to be a piece of cake.
Last stop. The chaplain's assistant's motor pool.
We could almost walk from here. I hear this is a local job.
We always take the long route. It's an old army custom.
We must be taking the long route. We're going right past the main gate without going through it.
Let's go! Roadblock and gung-ho form up a security perimeter while Ripcord and I bury the chutes. Clean out a nice divot with growing grass on it and replace it on top when you're finished. We'll take the extra dirt from the holes with us and scatter it. Silent signals from here on.
Hold it right there, fellas. If you're gonna come tromping through my jungle like mummers on parade, you gotta cut me a little slack and breathe a little more quietly. You guys are positively deafening.
I think you'd better take Billy's dinner back to the kitchen. He doesn't seem to have an appetite this evening. Maybe he's finally figured out that his buddies have left him high and dry.
Leave him be. The kid's been through enough.
Not in my book. The big man's son. Huh. Bet he used to think he was high and mighty. Now he's high and dry. Old Cobra Commander's gonna make an example out of this one. Show everyone that even his own kin got to pay the price for betrayal. Nobody's going to come to save Billy because Billy don't have a friend in the world. Billy's gonna sit here till he rots. You hear that? Till you rot.
Not to seem like I'm speaking out of turn or anything, but why do we seem to be speeding towards that solid brick wall?
Very good question, Blowtorch. Rolling heavy vehicles out the front gate all the time attracts too much attention. So we've been taking the back door lately. Can't ever be too careful. Somebody might be keeping tabs on the main entrance.
Is that what this mission is about? Raiding somebody that's spying on the pit?
Nope. We're paying a social call on a suspected Cobra undercover agent. Specifically, the one that set up the ambush at the Argo Brothers Circus.
You got a lot of nerve saying this jungle belongs to you, mister. Back where I come from, the turf belongs to whoever lives to walk away from it.
Then I must have deed and title to this plot, since I fully intend to stroll away from here intact, smiling, and full of vigor.
I don't see how you can, sport. I may have been a dummy at math, but even I can count. And I count 4 of us and only one of you?
Who are you? What are you doing out there? What? You're the ninja assassin. Storm Shadow.
We don't have much time. We have to go.
I don't know you. Why are you doing this? What?
Not now. There will be time for questions later.
Not if I can help it.
Let's go. Spread out. Don't bunch up. Blowtorch, cover the left. Cover girl, take the right. Lady J and I will take the door. Snake Eyes and Mutt should be in position at the back door now.
Shh! Not you, Snake Eyes. I was shushing Mutt.
Covered on the left.
Covered on the right.
You would be advised to come out quietly. The whole house is surrounded.
You guys amuse me no end. A little bit of war paint on my face, some wear and tear on my jungle fatigues, and you don't even recognize your old buddy. I guess you gotta read all about me in these here sealed orders you're carrying in your pocket.
Son of a gun, I do recognize you. Rakondo! You were the new Joe that was at the pit for a week before they shipped you out on a secret mission. You're a jungle trooper.
That's me. I've been down here ever since, just keeping an eye on things and helping my local Indian friends here do what they do best.
Fight! That's what Tokaros do best.
And sneaking up on people, we're good at that too.
Okay, we've had our fun quota for the day. I've been squatting in the bush waiting for a mission for too long. Time to get... What's this, young blood? You got white paper stuck in your helmet. Don't you know what camis are for? A snapshot? This your girl?
She's not really my girl.
Give up, Storm Shadow. Even you can't outrace a bullet.
Oh no?
Guards, sound the alarm. Storm Shadow has turned traitor and rescued Billy.
Blowtorch, get these two off the porch while I'm laid down a field of fire.
Our boy's got some heat up front. Looks like we better ventilate this place from the back and cool it off some. Kitchen seems clear. Smell anything, junkyard?
That's it. Down at the bottom of that sheer cliff wall. That's the place where they got Dr. Burkhart stashed. The Tokaros say the yellow-haired lady was taken inside the concrete bunker. The one with the machine gun emplacements on top, surrounded by fortified guard towers, concertina wires, slit trenches, minefields, anti-personnel radar, and a lot of hidden stuff we don't even want to know about.
Man, last time we rescued this lady, we had a tank and a laser cannon. And the fort she was locked up in had nothing on this one.
We need a dozen tanks to crack that place, and only if it was softened up with a B-52 airstrike first.
I think we can get her out ourselves.
You got a plan? Or are you just optimistic?
I'm never optimistic. That's why I'm still alive. All the defenses point away from that sheer cliff wall because they figure nobody is crazy enough to try to climb down it. They're right. Nobody in their right mind would even try it. Except us.
Seal all the corridors. I want the tunnels flooded with Cobra troopers.
Do you know which way they headed, Destro?
Of course not, you fool. Search everywhere. They can't have gotten very far.
What now, Storm Shadow?
If you go down that street and keep to the shadows, you can make it to the next town. I'll stay behind and create a diversion.
No. I've had it with running. I'm staying for this fight.
That's foolish. It's always better to run and fight when the advantage is with you.
Well, what were you planning to accomplish by staying?
You're right, Billy. Let's get out of here.
Sounds like Snake Eyes and Mutt are in trouble back there.
Probably more than one bad guy in there. Maybe I can force them out if I set fire to their living room. You okay, Duke? That shoulder looks bad.
I'm fine. Lady J ain't breathing.
Blowtorch is lighting up the front right good. He's making this guy in the corridor really desperate to clear a way out to the back door. He must think we're the weak link in this outfit.
This is Flint calling the pit. We need a backup out here ASAP. There's a...
Let's shove this bozo straight out his bay window.
Shoot the vehicle, Tomax.
I see it, Zaymon.
Man, bail out.
This whole house was a hotbed of Cobra activity. We found a Cobra radio set in the basement, and a closet full of Cobra dry cleaning. Right in our own neighborhood, too. You guys get hit?
Then sit still. You may have cracked a rib.
I'm okay, cover girl. My armored vest stopped the bullet. I just had the wind knocked out of me.
You'd better lie down too, Duke.
No thanks, Bull George. I take my pain standing up.
What's going on here? What are all these people doing here? The house is on fire! What?
Andy, what are you doing here?
What am I doing here? This is my father's house. I live here.